All right. We got another rant. I've only watched 2 videos, or 1 video from this guy. This will be the second one on YouTube as far as I can remember. It's PC 101. He's at 1.5K subs. And I can't remember what he was before, but I think we helped out a little bit. He typed 324.1 killed my motivation to play Star Citizen. Now, I will preface this. The thing that killed his motivation is probably not the thing that killed yours. But let's make sure we understand his perspective. And that the thing that you like may not be the thing that somebody else likes.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of PC 101 Cries Like a Little. Yeah, so 3.241 killed all motivations for me to play the game, which is probably going to be the title. So you might think this has something to do with the Atlas. It has nothing to do with the Atlas. I think CIG really dropped the ball. The Atlas, they had a really good chance to build good vibes and goodwill in their community. Unfortunately, they went the opposite direction with being very greedy with the price and just selling it. I've noticed a lot of content creators recently who are very positive, did positive YouTube videos. They were very positive in their streams. They thought the game was really cool. Now they're kind of going the other way. I'm seeing a lot of that, but that could be just because YouTube's feeding me that content. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of goodwill towards the game has been dwindling. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is to do with the way that CIG patches their game. So when 3.24 dropped, my main goal was hangar decorated related content. I was really looking forward to that. I know I did a video previously, and
how many people their main goal was to decorate their hangar? It's probably not the majority, right? It's probably some people, but probably not the majority of people. We know you, expat, and it definitely wasn't you, Blues.
My points still stick. I don't like the fact that we can't do exactly what CIG shows. CIG, I did put a question, I did query that on last week's Star Citizen Live, and they responded why the jank isn't on their videos and we get the jank. It's because it works on their servers. Yeah, GG, works on their servers. Sorry, sucks to be you.
When did he post this? 1 day ago. Ian, who works on a lot of the props and like tech side of the props, I think, was in chat when I was doing a server meshing test, and he asked me to place boxes around to see if the physics was better on a better server, and it kind of was. So that sort of corroborates with their answer.
Server meshing is going to fix all of it. Don't worry about it. When server meshing comes, it'll fix everything. So when server meshing comes and it doesn't fix NPCs, there's going to be some serious questions. I hope it does. I hope server meshing is the Jesus tech that they're promising. But if it doesn't, oh my, that's problematic. So even though I made a video kind of ranting about hangar decorations, I was still determined to push through. 3.24 dropped, and I went off doing my
and he pushed through. Look at this shit. What are these lights?
I was very much enjoying it. There's very much the aspect. It's very sandboxy related content. I don't have to rely on missions not working or any mechanics not working. It's just go out there, explore the verse, find these items, bring them back, which is fun for me. Just the exploration part was fun. Going to these places, trying to find this stuff, bringing it back. Some of them are a bit more.
I can buy them from you. Well, now that I know what's going to happen in the video,
difficult than others. Like there's a lot of cool stuff in SPK that you can kind of loot. But obviously SPK is a very hostile place if you don't have permission to be there, so it can be difficult to get there. So there's also that aspect of get in there, get out. It's just fun. I have so much plans for I still have all these plans. I just can't do these plans now because they've kind of ruined it in a way with the way that they patch the game. So as soon as 3.24 dropped, there was lots of hot fixes, which is great. They're fixing stuff, and the best thing about that is it doesn't affect the player whatsoever. Other than downloading a patch, nothing changes. Unlike a 0.1 patch where they physically have to add something in the game, like a ship, causes players to need to reset their home location. Now the problem with resetting your home location is everything in your hangar, because you're going to a new home location or the same location, it still resets all of your hangar. Like all your stuff gets sent to your home location. That includes all items in the hangar.
And I think they were like, you know, claiming as we did a great job is that your hangar decorations will like stay. You won't lose them. Not necessarily these. These are not actual hangar decorations. These are, hey, we forgot to lock this stuff down and PC and expat found it kind of stuff. But the actual ones that you buy is, I think, what they meant by that. Which very little of that is in this video.
All the stuff you see in this video, this is from my Twitch. This is a VOD from my Twitch stream. I just grabbed it because it kind of related to what I was doing, the hangar decorating stuff. All this stuff, bar the chairs and the table, deleted, just Thanos out of existence, because 99% of the stuff doesn't snap to grids. So even if it did get stored,
and you don't own it, it's not yours. It was never meant to be yours.
My inventory, I wouldn't.
It's cool that it is, and hopefully they address that. But to expect it to have stayed would have been
be able to pull it out because it can't snap to the cargo elevator to pull it out. But it's all gone, and sadly, that just kills all motivation for me to play.
The only actual loot in the game, yeah, in your opinion, because the loot doesn't mean anything to me, so it's a light.
The games, like,
you know?
Why I was enjoying that. It was going to keep me entertained for another maybe 2 or 3 months before 4.0, and they would wipe.
Like, that's why this video is so important, is like, these are things that we actually want to do. These are things that people want to do. And if the game company recognizes what they have, they should be recognizing that this is really important to support, I guess would be the best way to phrase it, is support players being able to do this kind of stuff, right? You know I bring up Ultima Online a lot, and always have over the years. There was these little things called dailies, and they were called daily rares. And every day the server would go down, and every day the server would come up. And at the beginning of the server up, there were certain items that just never got locked down by the developers. And they became these things that players would seek out, and they would sell to other players as decorations. Exactly what Expat Brat in chat and PC 101, who's not here, seem like they were doing, is they were gathering the stuff. They're going to have a little emporium, and they're going to sell their shit to people, right? So sandboxy, so cool, so fun. Now, you may think this is stupid. No offense to them. I think this is stupid. This is not something I would do. But I don't think it's stupid from the standpoint of it shouldn't be allowed to happen, right? And they should nerf this, or they should lock everything down. No, I don't mean that at all. It's just not something I would find fun at all. It's just, oh, that's stupid. That's goofy. I wouldn't do that, right? But that doesn't mean that other people don't want to, or that other people wouldn't do this, right? So I think it's something that CIG should look at and go, oh, that's really cool, right? And that's something that we should support. So I hope that's what comes out of videos like this.
I knew that was coming. I just thought I'd have a bit more time than 2 weeks before they ruined that gameplay loop. Because there's nothing else in the game that I'm motivated to do. Like, there's 2 progressions in Star Citizen at the moment. It's reputation and money,
which is
to
non-existent.
buy ships. Reputation is broken, and what I mean by that is lots of missions that don't give you reputations, and there's a lot of missions that are broken that give you a huge negative rep. I'll give you an example. I grinded Twitch reputation to do like 50 bunker missions to get enough reputation to, that's an exaggeration, but to get the better Twitch missions. And eventually I get the Twitch mission where you have to go to SPK to get the contraband. And because the cops didn't spawn, I have to abandon the mission. And I get a gigantic negative amount of rep that means that I would have to do 20 or 30 bunker missions to get back up to that point. So it's like, I don't want to grind reputation to unlock missions when the missions are broken and you get negative rep. The game shouldn't have negative rep at this moment in time until they can really get missions working consistently. But sadly, that's not the game we play. So reputation's kind of out of the question. So I guess I'll grind for money to get like a cool ship that I might want to buy. But the problem with that is the mission payouts are not great compared to the price of ships. Now, there is a kind of meme rant I do every stream because people come in and ask, has he done his 890 jump rant yet? Basically, when they hiked the price of ships up, which I'm actually for, I'm not against. I'm against it being right at this moment in time because of the state of the game it is at the moment. But when that patch dropped, ironically, it deleted my 890 jump. The 890 jump that I grinded in game for, I didn't use any exploits or anything for the money to get that. So I don't want to grind out.
Poor. That's what you get for buying it in game, loser.
Out for ships when they can't patch the game without deleting people's ships.
Just succeed at real life.
I don't want to spend hours grinding the same missions that I've done 1,000 times to get the ship, and then a week later there's a 0.1 patch that just deletes the
that's
ship
fucking horrible
because they can't copy paste.
This was my argument the whole time. You should let players know what your intention to set the price of ships at, but you should not be doing it while the game is this fucking volatile. And especially LTP being this volatile. The price of ships should have never went up. Ever. Until LTP was working.
People's ship lists. I know it's more complicated.
That was idiotic.
But
probably the dumbest thing they did.
Grinding reputation, meh. Grinding money, meh. So I have to invent my own gameplay. My own gameplay was hangar decorating. And they wiped it.
You don't have to invent your own gameplay. This will be the argument of some people in the comments, and it's what I've taken that advice a lot more lately than others. You could play something else too, right? You don't have to play this.
And I don't want to start again, knowing that in 2 or 3 weeks they might do.
But if you want to play this, you got to invent your own gameplay. Right? I'm doing Shipping Showdown where I rent all the cargo ships and give them 8 hours and try them and give them a grade. I'm making my own gameplay too.
Some other marketing event that requires them to add a ship into the game, and they're going to wipe all that progress. Even though I know it's going to get wiped in the future, it really kills motivation. And I don't know what to do. I struggle to find stuff to do. Like, it'll be a stream day, I'll be sitting there thinking, what am I going to do on stream? I can't think of any like weird sciencey stuff to do or anything like that because there's just nothing to do in the game at the moment. There's no game. Anyway, that was my rant. I just wish that.
And the end is really one of the interesting topics. Are streamers and content creators complaining more because the game is not giving them content on their stream? Or is the game actually that bad? I think it's both. The game is that bad because the game doesn't give you any content, right? But is it worse for the creator because they feel like they have to play the game, which is why he's saying, I have to invent my own gameplay. And then your rants are heard by more people because you're a creator. I think that's really a big thing. You could just play something else. Right? But a lot of streamers feel stuck in playing Star Citizen because that's where they grew their channel, and the moment they switch, they lose all their viewers. Happens to me too. But you can't let yourself just be stuck in this game that absolutely refuses to push itself forward at a pace that can support content creation. Right? That's it. So you got to kind of make it about more than just the game. And if, like, PC never really lost this motivation before until he started making content. I don't remember him ever ranting or complaining or getting mad or any of these things a long time ago when all of these issues existed prior. Right? But he's getting more and more frustrated. Yeah, maybe he did, but in Discord, okay, fair enough. But it's like the content, when you add the content layer on it, it gets a lot worse. So just keep that in mind as well, right? Is you gotta separate those two things as much as possible, because for a company that doesn't give a shit about anybody, let alone its creators, you know, they'll pretend like they do and stuff like that, but they shouldn't, and they don't. And it's because they're focusing on doing what they need to do for the company, for their investors, and to keep the game up and running and development continuing. We're going to suffer if that's their focus, right? And that's their focus right now. So it just is what it is, and you got to deal with it as a creator, and you got to figure out ways to make your streams fun without the game being fun. And I think a lot of people struggle with that. But PC is clearly making things fun in a way more interesting way than a lot of people. Do you see this fucking thing? Hold on. He's got like an elevator panel over here, man. What the heck? So, yeah, then you also have guys like Voidy, but Voidy does the same thing, essentially. It's piracy, piracy, piracy. That's the one gameplay loop that kind of functions well in Star Citizen. Not everybody wants to do that. So if for a guy that's PC, maybe he doesn't want to do piracy. A guy like me doesn't really want to do that much piracy. You're kind of shit out of luck, right? So Voidy's a great content creator, but he's doing a loop that's pretty good, right? That's like at least the most consistent. Not as much right now, but has been the most consistent over the last few years, right? So that's that. 324 killed his motivation to play Star Citizen. 323.1 killed mine, I feel like. But and I've not been motivated since, and I've kind of just been doing other games, playing other things. And by playing other games, that's revitalizing my motivation for Star Citizen. All the cool things that happen in other games, you can see the possibility in Star Citizen, and it makes it so much more fun. So, all right, guys. Once again, PC kind of newish on the scene. I wouldn't say new anymore, but if you don't know the channel, that's the link to the video. You can find the channel that way. Make sure you subscribe. He's a regular here. He's been a regular here for years and years and years. Show some love if you guys haven't yet. Whether you decide to watch a video or not, make sure you hit the subscribe button because it really helps people out, okay? And, yeah, put a like on this video and all that stuff if you liked it, and engage with it. Show him some support, all right? He is a funny guy, too. It's very true. Shit racer, though. I tried to make him a good Gravlev racer, and I couldn't get him sub 40 seconds. Just couldn't do it. I don't know why. He sucked at it.